Well, the verdict has been reached. The man who burned down 2 historic Douglas churches last year has been found guilty on all charges. News 4 Tucson's Megan Spector was in the courtroom today as the jury announced that verdict.
The jury resumed deliberations at 8 a.m. and by 10 a.m. they had a verdict saying that they found him guilty on all 6 charges. No cameras are allowed inside the federal court, but I was here on verdict watch at 8 a.m. when deliberations were set to begin. Before announcing a verdict, the jury did have a question clarifying a definition in 2 of the counts, but it didn't take long for them to return to the courtroom with a verdict. These 6 counts relating to arson were split between the 2 churches. This is day 4 of this trial, and Ridenour, who's been defending himself without an attorney, chose not to call any witnesses in his defense and barely cross-examined any of the prosecution's 15 witnesses. The jury deliberated for about an hour yesterday before calling it a day with plans to resume this morning. After the verdict was announced, the prosecution didn't want to make a comment right there. However, we spoke to Reverend John Caleb Collins outside the courthouse, and he tells us he's very relieved.
Saying that a weight has been lifted does not begin to describe it. It feels like boulders have been removed from over us, and that I can begin to have some closure, and I think I can speak for others that we can begin to have some closure and begin a greater process of healing.
A sentencing date is set for October 22nd. Reporting from downtown, Megan Spector, News 4, Tucson.